This is Jen, and we have Brian from Glad Girl, and we are Glad Girls.
I think you'd be good at selling eyelashes. And I looked at her like, you're crazy. So I started with her in 2009.
That's so funny.
And that's how we started out. We started out as Glad Lash. And I remember my wife was like, oh, this is never going to work. And Esther, being an entrepreneur herself too, was like, now let's do it. We put a few things on eBay and it exploded.
My clientele doubled after taking the Glad Lash class. So I have to thank you guys. Lashes have changed my life.
I feel so good about what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm making a difference.
It doesn't feel like work. It's not just work.
Yeah.
We want people to come in and experience it. We have a Lash Look and Learn station where you can try our products out. What's your why? What is it? Why do you do what you do?
This is the kit.
Oh, yes.
This is my little pride and joy. All my girls love this. I've tried like so many other products, and this never lets me down.
You're listening to Not Just Lashes. Here are your hosts, Shanique and Dixie.
Hello. Welcome to Not Just Lashes. Today, we have a special guest. I'm so excited. And let me introduce them. This is Jen.
Hello. Hi.
From Glad Girl. And we have Brian from Glad Girl.
How you doing?
And we are Glad Girls.
Yes. We are.
We know it. We love it.
Yes, I've been such a fan for years. And I've always wanted to meet like the maker, the owner, the innovator. I always thought like, why don't we know anything about her? And then when I looked her up, I was like, oh, she just, passed away. And that's when I reached out to you guys. I was like, I need to know more. I love the history. And I think
we love
Glad
deep
Girl,
diving into what made
Glad Girl.
Well, I love how we connected too, just by seeing what you're posting on social media, and you're like tagging Glad Girl all the time. And so you really came into our vision also. And we're like, oh, who are you? What are you guys doing? So I just feel like it was a really meant to be connection.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like we've shared on previous podcasts and everything. Like we just love. The first thing I said to you guys when I met you, I was like, "I'm wearing your mascara. It's my favorite." And like the iPads, like we've tried all different, and like we just always go back to you guys. Like it's the.
Oh,
Amazing.
really good products. I mean,
Thank you so much.
We just, like I said, I don't think she got the recognition that she truly, truly, truly deserved.
You're going to make me cry.
Oh, yeah. And,
she was my mother-in-law.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were very close.
Well, I've been lashing for 17 years. So.
I started
And
working
her name, we should probably
Yes, let's say her name.
Esther Bolkin.
Yes.
Yeah, she's missed incredibly, and she was a remarkable woman.
Yeah.
I was reading about her, and
what a great legacy.
For sure.
Like back all the way to the 80s is when she really got started.
Yeah,
like the first really to get it innovative.
Yeah, she started in 1981, I think. She always loved everything beauty, and decided she was a single mom raising 3 kids, and she needed a source of income, and decided to get her esthetician and cosmetology license, and loved making other people beautiful and the responses she would get from them.
Yeah.
But it was hard to support 3 kids as a single mom,
Yeah.
even as an esthetician back then. And so she was an entrepreneur from a very young age, and her parents were entrepreneurs. They were in the jewelry business. They came over from the Holocaust. Very sad but an important story. And so she saw them in business, and they actually they supplied tools to the jewelry industry. So they weren't jewelers themselves, but they supplied the tools.
Oh, wow.
And so she realized that if she could supply tools to other estheticians and cosmetologists, that could be a source of additional revenue for her.
That's
very
amazing.
interesting. Yeah.
Because
took from
and I'm truly, and even until she passed away a year ago, even though we had Glad Girl, every day she was seeing customers, because that's what she truly loved, was doing the aesthetic services, the other thing, Glad Girl, allowed her to continue to do aesthetic services, but all the years being in business and having her own business brought in additional revenue to her. And I think we can all learn a lot from that.
Yes.
Because even if you're doing services, there's other things you can do to bring in other revenue if those services aren't bringing in enough revenue by themselves.
Definitely. And that's how I teach my girls. Like, you have 3 sources of income, right? And that's your service, your tips, and product.
Right. Yeah.
And you can raise 3 kids by yourself on that. You can. There is a way. You can make it what you want to out of it.
Exactly.
And that's why I think her story is so important for everybody to know. Like, give hope to those people.
So she was doing lashes. There was no eyelash extension industry when she started in the 80s. It was the cluster lashes that are still sold on the pink tray. They call them individual lashes, which obviously they're not individual lashes, and so much has changed. But that's how she started. She did buy somebody's business very early on that helped her get into that and start learning about the different tools and the products. And my wife would tell stories about them mixing glue in their kitchen. And
Not suggested to do now.
No, I know. This was a very, very long time ago. But she was truly an innovator and creating products that we're all using today. And the Glad Girls is still selling. And just a remarkable person, like I said in the beginning. And
But so Brian really saw what she was doing on a much smaller scale before it was Glad Girl in terms of...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so...
Well, she can't... You asked, when we first met each other today, you were asking how I got into it. I mean...
Yes.
I knew nothing about eyelashes. I'd like to think that I know a lot about the beauty industry in general, having my sister Jenna and 2 other sisters growing up around women
definitely.
all my life. We shared the same bathroom, and I'd have to climb over all the beauty products. And so
4 of us in there,
But my
great.
background is business, and I started out in the music business, like I was telling you, and managing artists and different musicians, and and lash artists they're artists, and I think that's, in some respects, all of my past experiences, like working in the music business and managing musicians, taught me how to work with artists, because you guys are artists, and a lot of artists don't know how to market themselves. That's a real challenge.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Turning their art into a business is a challenge. And I studied the business side of everything. I'm not an artist in that way, but I think Esther and I became a good team, because she was the product expert and I brought the business side of things to the business. And I was in real estate. I was a stockbroker. I worked on the floor at the Chicago Board Options Exchange. So I have a big business and finance background.
Moly. Okay. I need your help.
Well, I'm not doing that anymore because I don't like losing other people's money. So, but she said to me one day, she said, so I was doing real estate, and then the real estate market collapsed. I think even before I went into doing real estate, I moved out here to be an actor. I mean, I'm really digressing right now, but the
origin story.
Thanks for coming off the rails here, but
I did too, and now I'm doing lashes.
Here we go too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You don't recognize me?
I mean,
Sorry, it didn't go very well. It's okay, but I'm digressing. But so she said to me, because I'm married to her daughter. So we just celebrated 17 happy years. And she saw that I was struggling with my careers, and she said to me one day, I think you'd be good at selling eyelashes. And I looked at her like, you're crazy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But, and then I got all my securities licenses again, and I was in finance, and then 2008 happened and it collapsed. And I went back to her and I said, you know what? I think I'll try selling eyelashes. And I love business in general, and you can apply those business skills to pretty much anything once you have those skills.
Yeah.
And
And I think there's so much creativity that goes into building a business too. So,
Yes.
and
for
that's
sure.
why it's like it can keep it so inspired and yeah.
Yeah.
Even from like, okay, what's the next product we're gonna bring on? And
I love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah.
exciting.
Innovating
What's next?
and
Innovate.
yeah, and just
brainstorming.
the branding of it and the look and
Yeah, so she didn't have a brand really. There was no real brand name to what she was selling, and so I helped create that. We started out as Glad Lash, and we were just
Oh my God.
focused on lashes. And but
okay.
very,
I think I took a class. I have to look at my old certificates.
probably
gosh.
did.
Glad Lash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you did because I would.
Do you remember seeing that?
I
Yeah.
remember seeing it when I would have to
No
go
way.
through
So
files
was it
and
with
stuff.
was it with Esther?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Are you just remembering this now? That it
I'm
was
just
Esther?
remembering
Sure.
this now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, because I
Wow.
definitely remember seeing stuff from a Glad Lash. Yeah, and thinking about
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Gosh.
So I started with her in 2009,
That's so funny.
and that's how we started out. We started out as Glad Lash, and we had just a few products, and we actually first started on eBay. We put a few things up there, and there was
Yeah.
there was hardly anybody doing anything like this. There was only a handful of companies, and,
yeah.
and I remember my wife was like, "Oh, this is never going to work." And,
Oh my gosh.
and I said, "Oh, let's try it." And Esther, being an entrepreneur herself too, was like, "No, let's do it." You know,
Yeah.
she was all in on it, and we put a
love
few things
that.
on eBay. Not even really with a brand name still at that point, and it exploded. This was in 2009, so the world has changed a lot since then. But
You know what's so funny? I
yeah.
have to say, during the market crash, maybe I need to thank Esther, because I went from esthetician and I saw that eyelashes were coming out. And I was telling Dixie, like, we had a toothpick in the kit, and we'd separate the eyelashes and apply it with a toothpick.
oh my god,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yes. So, again, crazy. But I have to thank her, because when I saw the other like hairstylists, their clientele declining because of the economy, I had something new to offer.
yep.
My clientele doubled after taking the Glad Lash class.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
where I
story.
started
That's
in
amazing.
Thousand Oaks, and then I moved
Okay.
to Westlake because my little space was too small. And then it quadrupled. Well, it quadrupled in Westlake, and then it just got too out of control that I had to move to Agora Hills.
Right.
So I have to thank you guys
Oh wow,
because
thank you.
it's the core of this is my life.
It's
Thank
so
you.
crazy that there's an
Thank
even
you.
like deeper connection on
It's
it.
so
There's-
deep.
I know,
It's
yeah,
so
like,
deep.
yeah.
Like lashes have changed my life.
That's amazing.
You know, and when I tell girls, like, you can do it if you have a passion for it, you can be independent, you can get out of situations.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I love is that it sounds like you're inspiring others coming up in the business the same way Esther did. You know, that she was very supportive and excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember like seeing videos of her when she was teaching the class, and just like you could see she was in it and
yeah.
for these other women. And so it sounds like you're
Yeah,
I mean, that's what she did for me. It's kind of like a trickle down. It's like
Yeah.
Esther to you, and then to me, because I came out here as an actress, and I went to college, and I was doing her marketing and social media and that
Yeah.
side, and she just kept being like, "You should try lashes. You should try." And I was like, "No, no, I have no patience in the world. I can't even wait for my bread to be toasted. Like I always press the button early, and I'm like, I'm ready to eat. Like, and so, but she kept encouraging me and like being by my side and helping.
because she saw everything, and she saw
Yeah.
the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. And in the beginning, there's a lot of ugly because you're trying to like figure things out as a business owner or entrepreneur, and it's hard. You have to have the right person by your side.
Mentor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at in my life. And I, have a thing where, we have been talking about like, okay, the mean girl era needs to stop.
Yeah.
It needs to end. We need,
And
you know,
gatekeeping secrets.
yeah, no more
there's enough
gatekeeping.
to go
It's
around.
enough.
There's enough clients. Everybody wants lashes. Everybody deserves lashes. Like,
Everybody. Yeah. I mean, look, how many doctors are there? How many hairstylists are there? It doesn't matter. it's you
Yeah,
who
I
brings
think
it.
supporting each other,
Yeah.
it comes back around. You don't know how it's
Exactly.
even going to come around in a different way, but it does, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. So how did the name Glad Girl come about
Well,
after Glad
I think it was all the
Lash?
different products. You're moving into
Yeah.
brows and
We
the
weren't
idea
just
of not
lashes.
just pigeonholing
Yeah.
only into lashes.
yeah, and that you can relate all this to when you're naming your business.
Yeah.
And I think you guys did an episode on this, didn't you? About
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, it's the same. You can apply this to whether you're selling a product or selling a service. And
Yeah.
I figured, why would somebody come to us for something else, brows, waxing, makeup,
Yeah.
if it just says Glad Lash? So
Right.
I realized, you know what,
true.
we're not just selling lashes anymore. And, and so
Do you want
that's
to be
why.
a glad girl?
Right. Who doesn't want to be a glad girl?
Exactly.
It gave us the opportunity to go in other directions and to continue to reinvest in ourselves and to. You have to be flexible when you're in business and not and not so rigid. And we're all going through a hard time right now in different ways.
Yes.
But that's okay as long as you're positive and receptive and willing to be flexible and change and adapt. If you can do those things, then you're going to succeed.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I know one of our episodes, we were talking earlier about like how people are saying, oh, the lash business is dying. Well, it's not. And I have to say,
No.
like, yeah, sure, business will go up and down.
Right.
But it's how you treat people, how you respect people, how you do your service, how you perfect your service that will bring you that income,
Right.
that business.
And there's so many different lashes and styles and all, like you can really, if you can learn and again adapt and everything, you can get those clients in that don't want just like big volume or like a lot of my clients didn't even
Right.
realize because Russian volume was so huge for a while.
Right.
And a lot of my clients, whenever they heard eyelashes, my older clients, they were like, oh no, I
Yeah.
don't want to look like that. And I'm like,
Right.
no, trust me. Like it's
It's funny because that's
Yeah.
how it started. It was classic, more natural looking, and then but just like trends change.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
Styles
thin
and
eyebrows, then
fashion.
now it's
Thick.
like
Yeah.
no eyebrows.
I mean, beauty is a part of fashion, so it moves with what's happening in
Ebbs and
fashion.
flows, yeah.
And it's also the idea of, okay, so if your clients might not be able to afford at this moment in time getting the lashes done like they used to, well, you can suggest come in for a lash lift. That's going to
right.
cost less,
Yes.
but you're going to keep them coming. And then they're laying there on the bed getting the lash lift, and it's like, oh, have you heard of brow lamination?
Yes.
And so it's being able to move and flow, I feel, in if the industry is changing or what people can spend, then to offer something different.
Exactly.
100%. 100%. I mean, when one of my gals like gets a new client, okay, well, tell them about your services. Tell them everything that you do. If you don't do something or if you don't feel comfortable doing an eyelash lift, well, ask Dixie, ask Kelly, we have great alternatives, right? And I think like having that is a very smart business move.
For sure.
Just sticking to one thing is not going to bring the
And
masses.
everybody likes a kind of a one-stop shop too.
Yes.
It's like, oh, cool. Like I can get my brows waxed
Yeah.
or trimmed while I'm
yeah.
here already, or back at, when we were in the spa, like Shanique had one of the girls in the other salon, in the suites, and she would do the nails of the person while they're getting their lashes done, and all of my clients like, I wish that was still a thing. That'd be so nice, like to get
I
everything out of
know.
the way, and
but it was nice. It was something that mamas in the area in Westlake, they were like, I only have 2.5 hours. I want my nails done, I want my lashes done, I want a full set, and it just worked out. And it's something that I really didn't mean to do.
Well, you could offer these nails, so
that's
Yes,
exactly,
yeah,
and that's what I'm thinking right now as we're talking.
And then that's a way, like if you're retailing items, that's so a way to bring in more income too, for sure.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and I think it's like, as a lash artist too, you don't need to be afraid of, even if, let's say you're having the false lashes, to be able to sell to your customers, because
Yeah, we
they
were
might
talking
come in
about
for
that.
something else. Oh,
Yeah,
come in for a
yeah.
wax, but I don't have time to get my lashes done. I can't afford to get my lashes done. You'd be like, well, have you checked out these lashes?
Alternatives, yeah.
Yeah.
Shanique
for
and I were
sure.
talking about how she needs to get eyelash extensions. She hasn't had time.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Can you
But
tell?
there's no, they look amazing. But that's the thing. There's alternatives.
Yes.
you need to
Right.
present yourself a certain way to your customers. They're not gonna want to come to you if you don't look put together. And so maybe you don't have time to get
Yeah.
eyelash extensions done. So there's other alternatives. And like I was talking about, we're going to be coming out with a DIY product that
So excited.
I'm very excited about, you
Yes.
know, and there's room for everything. It's
Yes.
not going to replace eyelash extensions. Eyelash
Never.
extensions aren't
No.
going away.
Nope.
We love all lashes. And
Exactly.
This is coming from the maker,
Of eyelash
the
extensions.
owner.
Yeah.
right.
And that's the thing, like there's a time and place for every little, like I just don't have time to get lashes done all the time, but I love them for vacation. So I'll do lash lifts in between. And then when I'm going on a trip or something, extensions. Or I now have a client where we're trying different things on her because she's in Nashville half the time and performing and doing this and that. And then a photo shoot where like they're piling lashes already on her extensions, which is, so we're
Yeah.
just,
Right.
so she goes back and forth with lash lifts and then DIY lashes or false lashes,
Yeah.
you know? So you just have to, again, be adaptable, but it will never, we always joke, we're like, nothing beats extensions at the end of the day, you
no.
know?
Right,
Like,
it's
but
a
there's
very
a time and
different-
place
yeah,
for
exactly.
everything, but yeah, nothing beats.
It's very unique, and it'll be around probably 100 years from now. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm like trying to picture what it would look like 100 years from now.
Who knows?
We're all in like silver suits, but with like really, and like picturing like very 60s, like big eyelashes with like the silver, like
maybe flashing
suits.
lights on it
Yeah.
or something.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Right. I mean, you guys have colored lashes, so
Yes.
Yeah.
wow.
We have all kinds of lashes, strip lashes, cluster lashes.
Wet
use
lashes.
yeah, the wet.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
the wet
yeah.
look or the
yeah,
brown.
classic wet look. Brown lashes are very in, as you know now.
Yes.
But other types of DIY lashes, like the cluster lashes, you can use with our latex-free glue. You'll get 5 to 7 days with that. The other one I mentioned that is going to be coming out. It's a shorter time period, but again, it's quick and easy. And a lot of people need
Easy to apply.
Yeah, you hear that a lot
Yes.
about
Yeah.
DIY lashes that, I don't know how to put them on, or
Yep.
it's too difficult. And so we're trying to make it easier. And again, it's
Yeah.
not going to replace eyelash extensions in any way. It's just giving people more alternatives and being cognizant of what is happening nowadays with the economy and giving people other options so they can still feel good about
Yeah.
themselves.
So I think instead of like
Yeah.
fighting it and saying, no, I'm only going to stick to this. I'm only going to stick to this.
right.
Trying to find a different way to
Yeah.
get through
Yeah.
this time as
No,
well.
that's very good
'cause
advice.
it'll
I mean,
change.
Yeah.
Mhm.
95,
it,
maybe
yeah.
98% of our customers are professionals. And so we're here to support you guys. If you're not growing, then we're not growing. And so we're
It's
very
so
focused
true.
on that. And I think that we've been successful for as long as we have and will continue to be successful. I always like to use the analogy of a 3-legged stool. You have to focus on all 3 legs, otherwise the stool falls over. And those legs are product, price, and customer service. And you can swap that out for, if you're not selling a product, you're selling a service. So the service has to be good, the price has to be good, and the
Yes.
customer service has to be good. And you need to do all of those things. And and it's not a lot, you can do it, and you will be successful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, words to live by. Because
you.
I had a new client today, and she was telling me how rude another person was, and she's like, I loved your reviews, and when I talked to you over the phone, I just knew that I had to like meet you and talk to you. And I was like, okay. And she's like, and you did a fill with somebody else's work, and you did not even say one negative thing about her.
That's nice.
And she came from New Jersey. She's been moving all over the place, but she's here to stay. Yay. But she's like, you're the only one that I've met that didn't bash somebody else's
I love
work.
that. I love that. I think that
How important is that?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're not putting out negative vibes.
No.
then, you know?
Yeah.
And the experience is so important. I know, like when we get our hair done or anything. And, I mean, when you go to the doctor, like,
Oh my gosh,
it's
I know,
like
right?
The experience and who's sitting there with you is so
It makes a
important.
lot of difference, and it's what keeps your clients coming back more than just your work, but
Yeah.
how you're making them feel.
Yeah.
Are they leaving feeling like pretty good and like confident?
Yeah.
And that's why I know with the customer service at Glad Girl, it's been like such a top priority. Whether people are emailing or call or they're coming in the store in person, like it's really important the experience. We have a chat now too that we realized recently, like online too, so
wow.
people can chat and ask questions. And
I truly try to make every single person happy.
yeah, he does. And you can't make everyone happy.
It's
No, you
hard.
can't. It's
Yeah.
But
hard.
Oh my gosh,
that
yeah.
has to be top of mind. And I think I got that from being a waiter. I mean, I think that that's a hard job.
Yeah.
And there's customer service in that job is so important. And I think it's accumulation of our experiences that make us successful. And
Yeah.
had I not had all these experiences, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair today.
Yeah.
It's so true. It's so true. I mean, it's important. And that's, we were talking about earlier, like having that business side and knowing how to act, how to present yourself, how to treat your clients. I kind of feel like all of that is probably my number one. And number two is the physical work. Because if you don't have that warm, or you don't care about your clients, you don't even talk to them, you know nothing about them, they're going to get up and leave.
Yeah,
Right.
It's so easy to walk away from somebody that you,
there's no connection.
Right, there's no connection.
But it's also, it's
Yes.
just back to like, we're artists at the end of the day. I want them to enjoy my work and like my work.
Yes.
Like that makes me want to come to work and like what I do. Like that was one of the biggest factors when I changed careers or went to I feel so good about what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm making a difference.
Doesn't feel
And-
like work. It's not just
No.
work.
Yeah.
no.
Because you
And
get to
it's-
see
You feel like a
someone
therapist.
Yeah.
you get to see someone after, like, oh my god,
You have
love
therapy,
this.
they have
Or,
therapy. It goes
or
both
they
ways.
they maybe came in and they were stressed or something, and then I did that. They're like, fine. They're like, okay, have a good weekend. Like they like seem so much like
Yeah.
more in place and everything. But and if you take pride in your work and what you're giving to them, if you in the back of your head you're thinking, I'm trying to give them something. It's not just lashes. I'm not trying to give them pretty lashes. I'm trying to make their day. I'm trying to make them feel like they can wake up and go and like just life is good, like I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about feeling good, looking good. I already just wake up like that. If I can
Oh,
give
yes.
someone that, like that's what motivates me in my work, so
Sure.
I think putting that into it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They become like your second family, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think you
as-
feel like that about people walking in the door at that come
yeah.
into Glad Girl.
They-
Like so many familiar faces.
They'll come in and
Yeah.
talk. They'll come in. They think they're just running in to buy something really quickly.
Yeah.
And an hour later, they'll be there talking
I love
with
that.
everybody.
Yeah.
With our staff in the store. I mean, they build true relationships. They become family, and they'll want to just come in and talk shop.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That's amazing.
It's a great experience.
A lot of places don't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, pick up your order,
Right.
what do you want?
Or just especially in
Yeah.
the lash industry, I feel there's nothing like most of the stuff you buy online.
Yeah,
the
we
most
want
part,
people
yeah.
to come in and experience it. I mean, we'll pull out. We have a lash look and learn station where you can try our products out. You can try the lashes, try the tweezers.
Play with them,
exactly. We want you to have a in-person, hands-on experience, so you know what you're getting.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So, Brian, what else did you do to expand Glad Girl? Like you said, the storefront.
Right, the retail. We have a mobile app for our website, but I think it was continually innovating and adding new products.
What set you kind of apart?
I believe so. And like I said, going back to focusing on great products, great prices, and great customer service, you have to do all of those. And we're always that's something we're always focused on, is all three, and continuing to innovate and have a good positive attitude is very important.
So important.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys provide training?
We do. Yeah, we have a network of trainers across the country, and we're always looking to add more people. Esther taught classes at our headquarters here in Northridge. We do have a couple estheticians teaching eyelash extensions, classic, volume, advanced styles.
And lash lift too.
Yeah, and then other estheticians teaching lash lift, brow lamination, waxing, tinting. So we do offer all of that as well.
That's amazing.
And you can find a trainer around the country. We have a directory on our website. We actually offer the directory for free to anybody who wants to put up a profile up there and promote their own business.
So clients can
really
can find
nice.
them to come for the services.
Oh, that's very neat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I read a book. I think I can't even remember the name of it now. It's pretty. I should remember it.
Eugene.
No, something about
Eugene.
No, it was a marketing book. It was what's your why? What is it? Why do you do what you do? I'm not quoting the title right, but it's an excellent book. Go find it. And it helped me focus on why is it I get up and go to Glad Girl every day. I mean, I've always been excited about it, and I just wanted to sort of crystallize what it was that I was doing. And I could be selling anything. I could be selling this bottle of water, but that's not exciting. What's exciting for me is that I'm helping other people grow their business. And so I have that in the back of my mind. Every single thing that we're doing as a company, how does this eyelash help you grow your business? How does this lash lift? How does this tip? Everything. And I wanted to thank you guys because your podcast is amazing. You guys you're giving such valuable information that people they would hoard, they wouldn't share, and there wasn't ways to find it. But I, without a doubt, know that you guys are helping many people grow their business just like Esther did and have successful businesses. And we're all here to help each other. And thank you so much for what you do for the lash community.
Aw, thank you. That means
that's our
so
goal.
much.
We just wanna.
Because she's seen when she was my assistant. She's seen the ugly. I had a lot of. I was in Westlake.
Yeah.
In one of those. What do you call it?
Salon
suites.
Yeah.
I don't want to say. And I had a woman next to me that the first day I moved in, I said, "Hey, I'm Shanique, blah, blah, blah." And she goes, "Well, I do lashes too." And I was like, "Oh, I already got that right feeling." Yeah. And I no matter, I tried. I offered her coffee, I offered her water, whatever. Be my friend. Like, why do we have to be that way? And I was like, okay, so I just didn't want to be like that. You know what I mean? I want to help because the industry has been so good to me, and it helped me train so many other people to work just like you. I feel like now I'm at the position where I want to make sure, like, when my baby estheticians come in, we do have a salon where we can feed people. Okay, well, how I run my business, what I tell the new girls is that, do you want to grow your business? Do you want a business of your own? Is this something that you want, or is this like a day-to-day thing? Right. Because there are other places that you could just work hourly and do your job for 4 hours and then go home, right? You don't have that connection with people. Some people don't want connections, right? There's a place for you over there. I could send you to other places. But for me, I wanted Dixie to have her own business. I wanted Kelly to have her own business. So
yeah, it's building each other up.
Building each other up.
And that's what I love too about, actually, it was kind of funny. I was leaving today to come here, and I was done with my client, and I peeked in on Amy, one of our newer girls, and just to say goodbye. And I peeked in, I'm like, I've not seen that client in a while. And I was like, I miss her. And I was like, oh. And I kind of got, at first I got a little hurt. I'm like, what did I do? And then I looked back at our text messages, and I'm like, our schedules didn't line up. And I'm like, I'm glad she got into someone so she can have her lashes, because I love this girl. She's so fun. She does music, and she's, I'm sure she had some music video shoot or a concert or something.
She's touring.
Like, yeah. Oh,
so
she
that's
is?
why, yeah.
So I'm like, good. I'm glad somebody I trust that I know is going to do good work for her, that's going to treat her like I would treat her. She's going to someone like that. Like, that made me happy.
And
You
I
know?
think that is the
Amazing.
key to success, right? Is that if you own your salon, if you own your own business and you're going to hire, newcomers, it's very important that you give a little bit of yourself to that new person and say, this is how it goes. And this is why people come back, is because you care. We're not like a chop shop or, a lash bar or, places like that.
Right.
There's a place for everybody.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you are successful, it's important that you share those little secrets. Like, what makes you, different? Or why, Shanique, why are these people coming back to you? What is it? And it could just be like 5 little things, right? But I'm going to share those 5 little things with all my new baby estheticians.
Because there's a fit for everybody.
There's a fit
too.
for everybody, yeah.
Like certain clients
Yeah.
fit with other people. Like we might be on the same page. Like we might be like, I don't have a problem with her,
Yeah.
but like Kelly might just work. You're better scheduling wise, or you just
And
like,
that customer might
or
come back
yeah.
around, the one that the schedule
Yeah.
didn't line up that you're explaining,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe that other esthetician's schedule changes, and then she ends up coming back.
Exactly, yeah.
And instead of like burning the bridge because you
Yeah.
think there was something.
Goodness.
No,
yeah,
and there's
Yes.
no reason for
Right.
that.
No
like for
reason.
me, I'm like, I don't know if it's like a selfish reason, but I'm like, I don't want to have any awkward, like I don't want to have to come into a spa and be like, oh my
Yeah.
God, that person doesn't like me.
I've had that with my hair. You know,
Yeah.
I've gone from one and you go to another person,
Yeah.
and you want to feel comfortable, and
Yeah.
it's nice if everyone's supportive around. You can feel that.
was-
So if your salon,
Yeah.
I'm sure your clients then feel, okay, this is a supportive
Yes.
environment, and I can go to someone
Yes.
else, and I'm not going to be like, oh, who's that?
I
lady
know.
coming
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
Yes. And we do. We make sure, and we all, like me as an owner, I'm making sure that when someone new comes in, like one of my good friends, she lives in Orange County. We went to school together. She drives down 2 days a week to lash at my place.
Wow.
That's how much she likes it. Okay. So she's by my side. I have an extra bed by my side. So I'm overlooking. And then I feel like a little, like a mama bear. You know what I mean? Then when it's time for her to fly, then she could go solo. But I'm overlooking just in case, because
Yeah.
I want them to feel comfortable.
Supported.
I want them, to feel supported.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially when you graduate from school and you try to rent a suite, how in the heck do you do that?
Right.
How? You need a support system.
I think it's important to support too. There's a manager at Glad Girl who I don't know how many years she's
5.
5 years, and she.
I know the blog that's coming out
Yeah,
is about her
it'd
story.
be about her. It's coming, and she came in working for Glad Girl, now she's a esthetician, and so she went to school the whole time she was at Glad Girl, and now she's
renting a space, and we talk
she's-
about that.
yeah,
in the
and
blog.
she's still in the store a few days a week, but then still building her own business.
so neat.
And so it's really to see that journey and have her there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's positives and negatives to both. Like you were saying, do you want to punch a clock? I shouldn't say. The way I say that is it sounds
I
negative,
know,
but it's
not.
Some people want to
Yes.
not
Yes.
be a business owner.
It takes so much work. To
takes
do
so
that.
much work.
Yeah, there's positives and negatives
There's no
to
way
both.
I'm ever owning a salon.
Yeah.
Like I've watched her.
Yeah.
Like I
And that's
I can
nothing
see
wrong-
myself going other business ways, but salon owning
Yeah.
and managing girl,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
But
And
there's
some-
all different routes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, we need everybody, whether you're owning a business or supporting a business in the way that you can as a customer or an employee. It's all important. We're all helping each other.
But at the end of the day, I feel like, just caring about your work, even if you are just punching in and out, like that just makes more
That's how you
sense.
show
it's-
up.
It's,
Yeah.
that's
You show up.
Right.
You show
it's
up.
not
And
just
you're-
punching a
and-
clock,
yeah.
but you care about what you do. You bring that enthusiasm and passion to whatever you do if you want to be successful.
Yeah, and the success. It's a trickle down effect, like you were saying. Like you pride yourself on like the customer service that you provide, and it's like I like to know as a lash artist and business owner, if I'm having issues with a product or I'm not using it right, how great is it that I can contact you?
Oh, yes.
and we can work through the issue or you know whatnot. Maybe I'm using it completely wrong.
Right.
That's great because then I'm still your client. I'm not going to go, oh, okay, well, that product didn't work. I'm going to go use this product. When
that's-
everybody cares about everybody else's success, it's
Right.
going to just, everybody benefits from everything.
Agree,
Yeah.
1,000%.
That's half the experience of purchasing a product, because if you can't find an answer to it, then you can't pick up the phone and call and ask a
No.
question. Then what do you do?
We
Then-
can all buy a
yeah.
lot online through Amazon. And
Yeah.
good luck
Yes.
trying to find
You just-
somebody to
yeah.
ask them how to use that product.
oh, yeah.
if you're
No,
having
it just gets
problems with
returned.
or-
Yeah.
Right. I'm not, I mean,
Exactly.
Amazon has its place too. I'm not knocking
Oh,
that as a
yeah,
marketplace,
yeah.
but you know,
No,
you know what I mean?
no,
It's
of
important,
course.
like you're
Yes.
saying, to be able to talk to somebody. And
Yeah.
But I'm sure if people buy Glad Girl on Amazon, you guys will still respond.
Of course.
Right?
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of people who do on Amazon.
Right. Right.
There's not. And I think, that's part of why you guys stand out as well.
Oh, thank you.
And the whole, communicating and
Well, people don't want to feel like a number. or
no,
like-
because you lose that clientele. You lose that customer for glue, for lashes, for products. If you're not there,
Right.
it's kind of like, who owns this business? Why am I here? How come I never see the owner? Like Gordon Ramsay.
she's been very into Gordon Ramsay.
Very
lately.
into Gordon
Oh.
Ramsay.
She's been like binge watching it.
Yes.
He's great.
Watched a
great.
documentary.
But yes, I watched a documentary on Gordon Ramsay because honestly, if you ever went to a restaurant and it's just like all over the place, or a salon that's all over the place, and the owner is not working there, or has come from, let's say, a car dealership, and she was like, oh, I just want to own a salon. I don't know anything about the industry. It makes a difference.
shows, yeah.
It shows. And I think, that's why you guys are different.
Thank you.
You have the business and you have the creative, your online.
I'm wearing many hats.
Yes. What other hats do you wear?
Oh my goodness, to do marketing and some branding and social media and product development and something
And bookkeeping
bookkeeping.
even.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like the hat man.
Yeah, you got like a bunch of hats up on it. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
You're like, today,
But through that and that process, I mean, I've been able to expand in so many ways myself by learning so many different aspects of a business. So
And when did you come into play? When he was
Yeah.
it's been like 11, 12 years. Well, over 12. I'm thinking about how old my daughter is. So it's been 13 years.
Oh, wow.
13 years because I started before my daughter was born working with Brian. So, yeah.
And what's your background? How did this happen?
Oh, well, I also came out here to be an actress, and I did that for
We'll all
some
just
time.
star in our own movie.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll make a movie about lashes.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's kind of, we should do a documentary. We should. I love documentaries.
Or a sitcom.
Right? Yeah. Or a sitcom. Yeah. I'd love it.
Yeah, I'm sure we've got.
Oh, we have a lot
The
of funny
Lash
stories.
Salon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, for sure. But it's pretty amazing. Like, what a ride. So, you many hats. I can't believe you're doing math too, because math is not.
Yeah. Well, that was part of. So then I knew when I wanted to have children, I wanted to work from home, and
see.
so I had worked for an interior designer, and I got into bookkeeping, a restaurant into bookkeeping, and then I built that business. So I got a real sense of the business side of things in different
Right.
companies, and just really, saw what Brian was doing in cosmetics, and how much you can really grow in the industry. So.
That's beautiful. I
And
mean,
then we're brother and sister, so we just
Yeah.
started working together, and it just expanded. And
I think
that's
it's
amazing.
Thank you. I think it's important to realize that you can't do everything yourself, especially if you want to grow. And it's bringing in those different people that are going to help you realize your dream, and hopefully it'll be their dream too. And so I know you just did one on photos, and you can learn a lot of that yourself. And there are a lot of great apps that can help you with it.
Yeah.
Even there's AI apps now
Yeah.
that'll create the image, that'll generate the image for you. So with a lot of these new tools,
Canva, I love Canva.
Yes.
Love
Yeah.
Canva. Such a fan.
Yeah.
people can grow even without having to bring in additional people because of these tools, and they're out there, and I encourage people to look for them and to use them as much as they can. But it's also recognizing when you need a mentor or a sister or a friend,
Yeah.
and having those people help you, and I'm sure you're helping them in a way too.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
and then with working with him, I mean, I've learned so much and it's like the same for you when you have your lash babies come in and they're going to grow and expand in a different way. Then I ended up creating my own company as well in cosmetics, a press on nails. And so that, and from Brian's support really also with learning so much in his business was, able to help me also grow in a different direction
you wearing
too.
them right now?
I'm wearing them. Yeah.
I need them.
Yeah.
So pretty.
I brought
Get a
some.
zoom in on these babies.
Yeah, we got some goodies.
These are gross.
I brought some.
Yes, she did. I was like, instantly, I thought Dixie. I was like, oh, she's gonna love this.
I've been just having issues with like not staying like gel or biogel and
but I have to say, during COVID, we did do press on nails, and they were locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Like they.
yeah. No, I think
They
I just
lasted
need to
on
go
you.
back to that.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
It's interesting
Just
how
wait.
the industries are intertwined. I know you also did one on the UV lash glue.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
How the industries kind of help each other, and you can see that connectivity and
Definitely.
Yeah, whether it's a
fascinating.
service or DIY, and
Right.
and people just really want to feel good, and that's okay. I'm gonna put some lashes on, or I'm gonna do my nails. Something small can just change the way
true.
you feel in the
Yeah.
day. I
It's
feel like.
so true. So, question: how did Esther get into volume? Did she do volume?
Esther, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She did all the styles for sure. Yeah, she did. She did all of them, and
Now, was she watching that? Like, what was her inspiration to bring volume here? Was
think it
she
was
like
the-
watching Russia?
well, I
do
think it was the trend. People, it's really a lot of times our customers that are driving those trends when they're asking for things, and from overseas, I know. The Russian volume was a thing, and that brought over the bigger styles, and she was putting strip lashes underneath the lash line before I ever saw anybody. There's one of our
That's
oldest,
kind of like what the movie industry does. Like back in
Yeah.
the day, right? Was go under to hide.
to hide the band.
Yeah.
And I remember when I saw her doing it, and I'd never seen it before, and there was nothing online. And one of our oldest videos on our website is her doing lashes, and I said, why don't you like patent this or trademark it? And
Yeah.
it's something that's been around for a very, very long time. And Esther seemed to always be at the beginning of all of those trends and set her own trends and developed new products and new ways and styles of doing things. And she was definitely a trendsetter, and we made a great team, and she was the product expert. And in many ways, I too have become a product
Yeah, I
expert.
think so.
Even though I don't do lashes myself, I think I could probably pull off a mean set of maybe classic,
Right.
or like a hybrid set. But
I know you hear so much about it. You're like, eventually, I think
Exactly.
I
That's
know,
what
you-
I thought of her. I'm
you
like,
should
I
see
bet
me
you could
at-
do it.
you should see- You should see me at parties. She's got lashes on. She's got lashes on. Those look like a C curl 0.05. She's probably wearing like a 12 to 15 length.
Now, does your wife have lashes on?
Of course she does. Yeah. She loves her lashes.
Did her mom do her lashes?
Esther did her lashes.
No way.
Yeah, she did them for a very long time.
So
Now, is your wife in the beauty industry?
She's a connoisseur.
I love it.
She's not an esthetician, but she loves her lashes, and actually that's one of our
Love your lashes.
Love your lashes. That's our trademark. along
Love
with
your lashes.
along with Lash Lift and Lash
Yeah.
Lock and many others. And but we have great estheticians that work for the company, and they're helping us continue to innovate and develop new products, and our customers are continually asking for things that may not exist and giving us ideas. And we just stand on the shoulders of giants, all these giants like Esther, and continue to innovate. And she left us a legacy that I hope to continue on for many years.
Well, you guys are doing a really great job at it. I have
Yes.
to say.
Thank you.
Like and to be family and work together. That's not normal. It's
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean?
It can be challenging.
It can be challenging. I know.
Yeah, and,
Yes, for
Thanksgiving,
sure.
can we not talk about lashes?
right. You have to
It's so
separate.
true. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. Well, let's talk about okay. Your newest product are the nails. would you say?
Well, Glad Girl does carry them, so it's called Click on You.
That's so cute. I love the name.
Yeah, and I've been on HSN with it, in Nordstrom Rack, and Urban Outfitters.
Amazing.
So yeah, it's exciting. So that's growing, and I'm building that in a new direction right now as well, while I continue to work with Glad Girl.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And I think those
love it.
experiences you've gained doing that are going to help Glad Girl.
that's what happens.
with more DIY types of products and
It does help. I'm trying to remember. I sent Brian an article recently. She's come out with this beautiful.
the makeup artist
Violet,
I can't think of the name, but I know her.
Yeah, so she has her own business. She's built in makeup, cosmetics, and she's also working for a huge brand. And she's still, as a creative director, she's still with this brand.
Oh, wow.
Violet. I feel really stupid that I'm not saying her full name right now, but it's
We can find it after, and you can link.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. And I love that she's doing both, and that's what I feel I'm doing. And then it helps both businesses grow, really. So,
That's how I feel what we're doing as well. I mean, Dixie stuck with me for so long. I don't want to cry, but she's helped. She's seen it grow, with me, and it's such a special relationship. And that's why I'm always like, don't go. You gotta stay. It's like a business partner. You know what I mean? And we are in the Shinixi and the Not Just Lashes as well, because like she's seen it all. She's ate it, breathed it.
Right.
Blood,
sweat, and tears.
blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, your nails amazing.
thank you.
So
Give me a hug.
that is, we're gonna have to like post.
So would you say that the DIY products are kind of like the next like step, or
Well, we always have professional products in the pipeline. We have
Yeah.
more types of single strand lashes coming out, and
And you just brought in all the waxing as well.
All the-
yeah, we need to look at all the
Yeah.
products that you brought in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to.
So,
Yeah, we've
Trying to get at.
Yeah, the waxing.
this is our kit for training. We have a whole line of waxing products.
I love this wax.
Yeah, skincare is huge.
Yeah.
We have a cleansing gel. We're going to be coming out with a whole line of skincare products for facials. I mean, skincare is
That's gonna be new.
very big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
huge.
Yep. Thank you. And then we're going to.
Everyone's always going to be wearing, bathing suits. So waxing is a great thing to
Yes,
add.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I tell my estheticians, like, oh, why do people still get waxing? There's lasers. Well, as an esthetician, we know there's a type of hair color that the laser does not pick up to this day. So you still will have those waxing clients, so I it's important to try to keep them,
Yeah,
coming in the same
that
place.
and just expense, or I know people who can afford it would are great candidates for it, but they stick to their they've been doing
Yeah.
it, they like it, and it just works for them. Like
They trust the person too, it's all of that. So
And we've got great aftercare mascara formulated for use with eyelash extensions. I
My
know
favorite
Dixie's
mascara. I
wearing
love
right
it.
now,
I
and
love it so much.
Thank you.
It just you just put water in it, just
Yeah,
but
it's not
it's not
oil-based.
like it. I mean,
just-
I've been wearing this all morning. Like it's not smudging. It's not it's great.
And we formulate that right here in the USA, and we're always focused on clean vegan products. That's very important to us. We've got eyelash shampoo that's wonderful. We sell
It's one of your
Yeah.
top sellers,
And-
honestly,
and
isn't it?
we've got a lot of glue. I mean, literally our glue it holds everything together. Pun intended.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so important, to have a variety.
that's so funny.
Of
I
good
think
glue.
that your wash was the first wash I've ever carried.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's what I think it sells so well because people retail it to their customers.
Yeah.
And then we have the mini aftercare kit. You could sell that
Right.
as well if you didn't
Right.
want to do the
Or
wash
gi-
on
or
its own.
Or give it
it's
as a
worth
thank
it.
you to customers.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I've done that with especially new clients or something, because again, their success of their lashes staying on, like they're cleaning them, they know the protocol.
Right.
That makes your job easier. It also makes it, oh wow, they're lasting so good. And it's like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, those. I remember when I first started, you have to wait 24 hours or 48 hours before you got them wet.
Right.
I don't even remember a wash.
It's changed a lot. Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I never carried a wash in the beginning because I wasn't told to.
Yeah, probably scared they'd all fall off if you got them wet.
Yes. And I still have clients from when I first started.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I'm sure you do.
Oh my God, like whatever, 16,
Esther.
17 years later.
Yeah.
And they still get their lashes done. But because I'm considered OG, we're not going to say old, we're going to say OG. My OG clients are like, but you always told me not to wash my eyelashes. And they got nervous, right? About, oh, I don't know, this is going to like remove all my eyelashes. And you had to like educate them and say, no, actually, everything has changed. The glue has changed. Therefore, you want to keep them on longer and,
By taking care of your lashes, they actually last longer.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
And that was kind of like a change for me too. Like, I got to remind them, you got to get a wash. You got to get a wash,
And I'd say product wise too for Glad Girl, like, because I know Kelly is always posting like
Yes.
lash lift is huge, and then
She's very good with
I can't wait.
photography and
Yeah.
angles. That's why I'm like, okay, my girls who are really good with the camera, I'm like, just give me your photos.
Yeah.
Because I'm bad. I'm like I'm not a good photographer. And sometimes they'll, if they're around, I'm like, can you take a picture of my client? Because I can't do it. Yeah.
Everybody helps one another.
Yeah, you don't have to be good at everything.
Yeah.
I know. Try.
Yeah, I can't wait for her to try the brow lamination though.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
She's been talking about is she wants to do more brows, wants to do more. I was like,
Yes,
okay, we
and
need
she's
to start
waiting.
posting
Yeah.
more brow, to get those people in and like
yeah.
starting but she's really wanting to add that service more and just focus on the brows. So yeah, it's exciting. And it's great. Like, the kit like comes with everything in it.
It's
Instructions.
so
Yeah.
simple and easy. It's not complicated, which, I've tried other products and I'm like, okay, it's coming from, I don't know, Australia, Canada, and there's like a million steps. And I'm like, does it have to be that complicated?
No.
No, it doesn't have
There
to be
was
that
one
complicated.
that I had that it was a big list and like really teeny list. So I'm like trying to read it, like, and it was keep it on if it's not for the, but then don't take it off if it's like it kept like, and I was like, I don't know which one is which.
Am I going up or
Gosh,
down? Where am I
it
going?
almost reminds me of like when you'd open up the COVID test instructions.
Yes.
And some were simple and some were not. It's like, oh, like, can you just give me the simple?
Negative or
one?
positive?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that just really caters to the masses. Just keep it like clean and simple. And that helps you focus on what you're doing and the look you're trying to achieve instead of trying to look
Well,
at
what
the
I like
direction.
too is like it's just a good reminder because not obvious, but you'd want to get trained on it.
Yes.
Know how to do it, and then it's like a friendly reminder. I still look at my little thing that's in the Glad Girl thing just to double check. Like some days my brain's and so it's nice
Exactly.
to okay 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're doing lash lifts too then.
Oh
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. No, Kelly's way better.
No, but maybe it's just that she's taking the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, we all do. And I
Yeah.
try to promote.
Oh, then you have to try the brow lamination also.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love everything.
I know. I know. And it's funny because like I feel like our Californian girls, they don't wear too much makeup, like foundation and eyeshadow and all that. They focus on their brows and lashes.
Yeah.
Like it all depends on the location. Like my new client today came from, New York, from the East Coast. And she's like, I want them thick because I do events and I wear tons of makeup.
Yeah.
Tons. But that's where she can, that's how they, New York is one of the fashion capitals, right?
Right.
Everybody's dressed to the T. Their hair's done, they got their nails done, like everything's perfection. Here it's different.
More laid back.
More laid back.
Yeah.
More laid back. You know, it's
Definitely.
you got to roll with
And
where you're at.
we see that with our customers. We ship all over the world, and you'll see different trends in different parts of the world, even, and what works in one place may not work in another. And
It's true, right?
you
With,
learn a
like-
lot doing
yeah.
that, and it's a big world.
That's so neat. I love that.
Sure.
Okay, this is the
Lash lift.
kit.
Oh yes.
This is my little pride and joy. All my girls love this. I mean, like I said, I've tried like so many other products, and this never lets me down. Never. You guys got to take a class
And
from
I
them.
like that I can store it all together.
I
Like
know.
yes, you open it, but a lot of the time you might open a product or something, and then you have this piece and that piece and that piece, and I'm guaranteed to lose parts, you know. But that it all is just in its little box, yeah, and you just
Very
put it all back.
organized,
Yes,
yeah.
it's very helpful.
Yes.
I just pull it out when I have a lash lift. When I'm done, clean up, put it back, and then back in the cabinet, and it's perfect.
Oh, I know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I stand up my glues.
And then how many lash lifts do you get out of one kit?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I get a lot.
I get a lot. I know.
I mean, because it's just one of those things to think about. Okay,
Yeah.
you're purchasing the kit for 20, is it 29, 24?
I can't
you should-
remember.
I should
Okay,
know that.
and
but
then-
It's
and then-
online. I think it's.
and then
I know. I just go add to cart.
I know. I'm saying.
And then
It's
how,
very reasonable. It's very competitively
No, no,
priced.
no,
I
it
think
is.
I think it's
and then how much
$29.99 right now, but
how
don't
much
quote me on
are
that. But
your lashes? Like
125. Yeah.
that's great. You know,
Oh,
think
yeah.
about that. It's like it doesn't take a lot of product
Right.
to
No,
turn
yeah.
that around into something bigger.
No, I know. Dixie tried a different brand that was very expensive, and she didn't like it. And
Yeah, because I was like trying to. It was a me issue, but I was like trying to figure out why my lash lifts weren't as like curly as I couldn't get like. I'd be doing it and I'd be like, this is going to turn out great. And I stopped saying that to my clients while their eyes were
Yes.
closed because they would open and I'm like, that's not what I thought was going to happen. I was like, what is going on? Like, I just had this like weird couple of months where I was just like, I don't want to do lash lifts because they're not turning out
What
the way I
happened,
think.
you know?
I just was
Well-
like, it was how I was getting the lashes over the mold. Like, and then the product was, I was putting it like all over the lashes versus like the, I don't know. I just like got,
yeah, and it could be like a saturation thing too.
Yeah.
Right. If someone has really thick eyelashes, I always tell my girls, this is I try to watch over everybody, and they do the same for me too. Because sometimes I'll, I guess forget. But I'm like, okay, did you
Exactly.
saturate it enough? Because her eyelashes are thick, remember? And then they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't. And I'm like, that's nothing. You got to add more, and I did. Top notch.
Wendy, who teaches our lash lift class, is wonderful and always available if you ever have a question about how to use.
I know.
lash
I was
lift or
texting
brow
Jen
lamination.
some questions, and she goes,
Yeah.
we have like
Yeah.
people to do that.
I don't
Shanique."
know. I was trying to answer, and then I'm like going back. And we were playing a three-way game of
Yes.
telephone. So then I was like, okay, I have a person for you.
Yes, I know. But sometimes we just get like our day to day. We just need a little reminder, a little fresher upper, right? Where is? Oh, there's the kit. Your kit is wonderful. It's amazing. This is for the students.
The eyelash extension kit. Yeah, we have a classic kit for classic styles, as well as a volume kit for volume styles, and it's got a lot in it, and we basically reduce the price when you buy it as a kit. I think it's like 30 to 50% discount if you were buying the products individually from us. So we discount it when we put it together as a kit, and yeah, we sell a lot of eyelash extension kits. It's a great teaching tool. It's great to include with your class when you're training. We have the manual. We have all the forms. Eyelash
it.
extension consent forms.
Yes.
That's so important.
Client history forms. We also have consent and history forms for lash lift, for brow lamination. So
Appointment
So
cards and
appointment
aftercare
cards,
for the lash
aftercare
lift.
for
That's
lash
a new one.
lift. Yeah, it's great when you.
I bet you have waxing forms too, huh?
We do.
I knew it. You guys are so good.
Thank you.
yeah, everything. to
Yeah, I
start
know.
the business,
Yeah. Well, if you guys are in Southern California and you want to come take a class, Black Girls in Northridge.
Or come into the store.
Yes,
Yeah.
go visit.
Our store in
go
Northridge.
play with the
For
products.
sure, come in and say hi, and hang out. We'd love to get to know you and help you with your business.
Okay, I'm coming over.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Field trip.
Field trip.
Oh, we do
yes.
school field trips. We've had school field trips come into the store.
Yeah, the
it's
schools-
so great. Like,
yeah, the schools
they'll
will come
bring
to
like
us.
30 people in or
Right.
more at a time, and and they
Yeah.
always leave with a little like Glad Girl gift too,
Stop.
and get a
I love
discount for the
that.
school that day. So
That's so cool.
yeah, it's a neat kind of discovery.
Yeah.
Wow. I used to work for JB Lash. I used to be a trainer for them, and it was a great experience. And when I got there, they used to do field trips for all the trainers to see how they make things. And I missed that boat. And that was something that I was like, oh, I just want to hang out with like the scientists and see how everything is developed. You know,
Right.
I just love that part too. You know what I mean?
It is cool.
It's so cool.
The behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, like
what makes it work. What,
Yeah.
Like, why? Yeah.
why? Thank you guys so much. And thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for continuing the legacy of such a superwoman. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
I'm so happy that we got to do this and got to.
Thank you for having
Yes.
us.
It was
and
so much
Yes.
fun. It
Thank
was-
you again
yeah.
for everything you do for the Lash community.
Aw,
you.
and thank you guys for being the glad Lash for training me.
I love how that
so
came back
funny. Yeah.
around full circle.
Unbelievable.
Really.
Unbelievable.
What a small world.
So neat.
So neat. Thank you guys so
Meant to
much.
be.
All right, guys.
Yes.
We will see you next time. And you can find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube.
Instagram, Not Just Lashes.
Yes.
And you can check out our guests at
Glad Girl.
Gladgirl.com.
Yeah. All right. Until next time.
Bye.